riding enduro bikes, and Tom is about to plunge straight into a massive canal. Let me tell you how we got here.
So this one is gonna be a different type of video, but
yes.
We believe this is definitely worth it, and here we go.
So at the beginning of 2026 I was hired to do marketing for 3 awesome companies. First one, the Estonian Mining Museum, where you can explore a real underground mine. Then Adrenator, who offers crazy boat tours and quarry safaris. And Alutaguse Matkaklubi, who is an absolute pro at climbing adventures and hikes. Oh, and in addition to changing jobs, we also got married.
Yes.
Feels completely unrelated, right? Well, a few weeks ago I was asked to block out a full day to film some promotional footage for my job. They specifically told me that they wanted to bring Tom along because he's good at flying a drone, which I did, and it felt a bit weird because usually I am the one planning these things, but I went along. So the day arrives, we meet up in front of an old cool administration building and start prepping our gear.
Suddenly, right as we were planning our shots, they dropped a bombshell. We aren't filming anything today. Turns out this whole day is actually our wedding gift, and instead of working, we are going to ride enduro bikes in a nearby quarry to celebrate. They had even printed a picture of us riding in wedding clothes, which was really cute. So we had a good laugh, packed away our camera gear and started suiting up. I had ridden a proper motorcycle exactly once before, and no, scooters do not count.
Today, however, we were handed these pistes and we had to figure it out. Actually, fun fact, we learned that older bikes are way more aggressive and twitchy than newer ones, so for beginners it's better to start with newer bikes. I have been riding motorcycles for about 6 years, but this was a whole different game. It took me quite some time to adjust, and Tom, of course, was a total newbie, but despite that, he managed the bike like a pro. No accidental revving, smooth steering, solid braking, and almost perfect gear shifts. Our instructor really praised him.
After practicing on that field, we headed into an oil shale quarry. Our instructor casually showed us how to jump over massive log piles, but luckily the logs on our trail stayed pretty small.
After just 3 kilometers, we arrived near the canals, and the terrain started to get a bit more challenging. So I remember riding through a steep ditch and scrambling up the other side, only to see that there's like a sheer drop of the canal right in front of me, and I thought, wow, if something goes wrong here, it's going to be dangerous. And then I turned left and kept moving, and suddenly from the corner of my eye I see something flying past me, like just flying. I was thinking, was that Tom?
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good riding this thing up until that exact moment. Suddenly on one of the hills I accidentally slipped the clutch. At first I thought, okay, this is just going to be a bit wider turn than I planned, but then I realized there was no more land and I saw the water. I froze, whiskey throttled it and just launched over the edge. As I was airborne, my brain was literally like, man, can you imagine if that happened to me? And then I realized, oh wait, this is happening to me. Everything turned into slow motion. I saw the jagged rocks approaching and braced my body to really get hurt. And then splash, I was in the water. A moment later I climbed out and stood at the edge of the canal, totally soaked from head to toe, and the bike nowhere to be seen.
Jaa, mul on kõik korras. Ülitähtsam, ära üldse põe, jumala poole. Liiguta rahulikult õlad, põlved, vaata, kas see toimib nagu. Mul on kõik hästi, ma tunnen. Jumal tänatud, et sa maha käid. Mul libises see. Tuli pealt ära? Jah. Ja pöördused siis peale ja pilled kõik ootasid jumala täiega nagu. Ilmselt üldse panid karsummi puuga vette või? Ujusid välja vist või?
jah, nagu see oli
nagu räige õhulennu nagu.
see oli kõik nagu unes praegu. Yeah, a really happy accident, let's say. But once the initial shock wore off, we started looking for the bike. But the water was murky and only bubbles were rising on the surface. The canal was very deep in the middle and we feared the motorcycle was gone for good. But we couldn't just leave it there and it was time for our rescue mission. We went back to gather supplies. A canoe, some ropes and hooks to somehow snag one of the wheels. We loaded everything into a massive off-road vehicle that was also helpful to winch the bike out of the deep canal. When we got back, we jumped into the canoe while Iti walked along the edge to see if she could spot it. Luckily, the sediment had settled and the bright orange plastic was shining through the blue water. The bike had fallen right near the bank, so we managed to hook it and haul it to the edge quite easily.
So that was the first part of the challenge, but then we also had to haul it up the deep embankment. So we hooked the bike to the car. Then Tom drove the car, I shouted commands and our instructor was down with the bike keeping it up, and then we tried to somehow get this done without anyone getting hurt. We managed to winch the bike up pretty successfully and everything went really good. And there were surprisingly little damage done to the bike compared to what could have happened. Some of the plastic was bent, but nothing was physically broken if you don't think about all the water that got everywhere. And the whole bike had to be taken apart. But yeah, after getting the bike up from the bank, we also had to get it back from the quarry. So we attached the bike to the car. Our instructor sat on the bike while we drove it back to the garages.
Yes, successful rescue mission, and after this the wedding gift plan went on. Afterward we had an amazing dinner and hot sauna was waiting for us. It gave us a chance to sweat out the remaining adrenaline, though the what-ifs definitely started giving us the shakes later on. Because it ended so well, we still burst out laughing every now and then, thinking about the absurdity of it all. Granted, if things had gone differently, it wouldn't be nearly as hilarious. But this time we shook it off. I still want to ride motorcycles, don't worry about it. And all in all, if you never step out of your comfort zone, you'll never find out how a Quarry canal tastes like.
You think they won't worry because you still want to ride bikes? I think they worry that you still want to ride bikes.
I still want to ride motorcycles, so...
You can continue worrying. You didn't learn your lesson.
No, maybe I'm a bit more scared of them than before, but still appreciate them, you know, and at some point I want to try an Enduro again. Not in the near future, but maybe soon. Happy endings! This was the story that we wanted to share with you. My life has been changed. I'm a changed person. I don't risk anymore. Now it is the risker. No. Cut it.